how we do. Return to the noise is how we do. How we do. You know it's how we do.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Crown Peach Show. I'm your host Chris, and I'm very excited to have these two very special guests in studio to talk about the movie Sister Margaret. We've got Jessie here from Kivo Latin Talk Radio, and Miss Angel Rae, producer, makeup artist, everything, director extraordinaire. And we should know because she was running shit in my studio a minute ago. She really was. True story, true story. Let's talk about this, first of all, this great collaboration between you two. And you're going to be bringing Jessie's movie to life. What inspired this movie, first of all?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me here, and Angel here on your show.
Absolutely.
It's an honor to be here. Man, what inspired this was, it was just something that I was at my cousin's house, and I wrote it in 7 days. I was house sitting, and I was bored, and I was like, what can I do? And I started writing, and all of a sudden, the movie came, the Sister Margaret came to my head. Sister Margaret, named it Sister Margaret, and then all the characters started just to pop in my head.
Wow.
Paco, Sister Margaret, the mom, the dad, Don Gilberto, Gilbert, the rotten counselor that's in the film, and all of a sudden all the characters came to life. And I wrote it in a play form because I was going to do it at the Pasadena Playhouse, and a week before that we were going to do the play, they ended up doing construction on the small playhouse that we were going to do it in. And so everything stopped. And then 2019 comes around, and the pandemic hits, and here's Sister Margaret, 3-4 years, we couldn't do anything with it.
Yeah.
And I didn't give hope. I never gave up. I never gave up on this dream. And I named it the Dream Project.
Yes.
And now it's the Dream Project.
Yeah, that's your production company, correct?
Right. It's Dreams Productions, and it's a Dream Project that we're doing. This is my first film. I've acted 7 years, as a theater actor, as I mentioned, but never as a writer.
Wow.
And I don't know what happened. I started writing, and I started using my cousin's paper, and all of a sudden I had 73 pages of the film Sister Margaret with all the characters. And I had a young lady from Northridge say, "Can I help you retype it and do it over?" Well, she did it, and this is the outcome of the film.
Wow.
Sister Margaret.
Is it inspired by anything?
Yeah, it is actually. I don't know how this Baco gang member came into the picture, but I went to Sister Margaret, a real Sister Margaret in Alhambra, because I had issues with anxiety, and I was having them really, really bad. And in the film, when I was writing it, I had Paco having issues with anxiety, and he just couldn't control them. So it's part of it, but Sister Margaret was my counselor, actually. And I don't know how this Cholo Paco came in to do it, something different, and it just came into my head after I was writing it.
Wow.
But yeah, it's a beautiful story. It's a beautiful message of hope, of love, of challenges. Sister Margaret has no idea that Paco is one of his clients, or the court sends him, and she has no idea who this guy is. Paco doesn't know that his counselor is a nun.
Oh.
Yes. So Margaret knows, she's very street savvy, because in the story, Manny, her brother, gets killed. And there's where all blaming comes. She blames her dad, she blames her mom, and then Margaret's very unhappy. But in the story, it's just a great, like I mentioned, a story of hope, challenges, love, and of progress, and of you changing your life. And that's what Margaret wants to do with Paco. But Paco is just a controlling cholo who knows nothing but prison and knows nothing but the street life, and the court summons him one more time. Otherwise, if he doesn't finish this counseling, he's going to be in prison for the rest of his life.
I love that you say hope, because when you first posted this on, I think, Facebook, hope was the first thought, the first word that came to my mind, because it's hope.
Yes.
The picture just, there's hope in it, even though, the look on her face is that of a stern one, you know what I mean? Just the whole thing is just, it pulls you in, and you see that there is hope for this young man.
There is.
Do you know what I mean?
There is. And the thing of it is, I went to so many people, as I was telling Angel, and these people just said, oh yes, we'll do this, we'll do that, and they promised all these things, and at the end, boom, there's nothing.
Yeah.
And then one day you interviewed Angel, and I know she stood in my head after the interview, and I go, one day I'm gonna hit her up, I'm gonna talk to her.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Yeah.
And she sent me the script, and within a couple of days she says, I'm in. 100%.
I love that.
I'm going to do this, do that. And you know what? Thank you so much, dear.
It's beautiful. It is such a beautiful collaboration.
It
Do you know what I
is.
mean?
Yes.
With that being said, what made you say yes 100%?
Well, I believed in the story. I believed in the storyline and the dialogue, and I asked him a few questions regarding this, and looking at the budget too as well. And we talked about all kinds of pros and cons and stuff. And he shared with me his experience, as he said, about reaching out to others, and I continued to talk to him about it and got back to him, and I said, okay, what are you looking at, and what can you, basically, this is what the numbers are. And so to give him an idea, to give him an idea what he's looking at. And so by that, we ended up coming to an agreement about a certain amount. And I go, let me see what I could do to see if we can bring that lower, or find people that can actually do this at that kind of cost. And so we did. We ended up finding out all that, and I just gave him an idea, gave him a blueprint, and he was really impressed to see the numbers and to see all these people that want to join into the production.
Yeah, and you being one of them, because I know you're busy, girl. I know you're busy. But and that's why I was like, wow, like this is so inspiring, because you just finished production on Sam's Cry, and it's a true story.
Yes.
And you've got other things in the works. And I thought, the poster says hope. And then if Miss Angel Rae says, yes, I will take this on and I will bring it to life for you and with you, it says a lot.
Yeah.
Sure
It
does.
says so much. You know what I mean? How did that feel, getting that, like, 100%? And not only the walk, not only the talk, but the walk. Like, this girl is like, yeah, let's do this.
Yes, I when I talked to her on the phone for the very first time, I told her what I wanted, and I told her where I saw her, and I told her you were in my mind, when I wanted to do this film. And I told her what had happened, the circle that I went through and stuff. And for a year and a half, I was just getting nowhere with all these people making promises. And then she looked at it, and she said, got back to me and said, I'm in 100%. I love the story. I go, what did you think of the story? What's the main thing that you got from hope? And that's what hope is this film. And lo and behold, she threw me some numbers, she this and that, and she's like giving me this fine print and education-wise, which I took, and I just like took it down, wrote it, and she made a lot of sense when she said all this production. I believe you set up a casting call on June 24th, which is Saturday, from 1 to 3, and it's going to be for Paco, Sister Margaret, and Margaret's mom.
Yes.
And it's going to be in Pasadena. And I told her, I said, it's going to be where I went to school at, where I graduated from broadcasting and television production.
And she didn't know that.
She didn't know that.
What divine, what a divine, intersection that, all of it comes together, and that speaks to you that your dream is going to be starting its first,
We can't believe it. I
steps
mean,
there.
Patty and I are just like, wow, man, this is really happening.
It's
This is
exciting.
really happening. It's exciting. It's exciting.
Yeah.
I was in tears when I spoke to her about this, and she's just like, no, it's okay.
Yeah.
Everything's gonna be all right.
Because it's a dream that you've been holding on to, and you've been, feeding and growing and grooming.
I really
and
have.
just waiting for the right person to come along.
And here's Angel, and she's like, God sent, and everything that I wanted to hear from these other people, I didn't, and I heard it from Angel.
Yeah. I know that you're going to hear more of that, and you're also going to see it. You know what I mean? And Angel is such a good teacher. I know, because she's taught me. I've only, I've hung out with her off camera, but I've only had her here a couple of times. I've learned so much, including today. We learned how to set up certain cameras and lights from Miss Angel Rae. So I have full faith that she's going to be able to bring your dream to life.
Yeah, we really do. And I told her, it's like, once we're there, it's like, you go ahead and take, make the calls. But we're going to be behind the scenes. We're excited about that. We're excited to get started. There's also something that I wanted to share with everybody, and that is it's called shareyourstory.com. And that's our website for Sister Margaret. And the person that introduced me to the website is a good friend of mine, Fanny Granada, from she's the CEO of Avenida Studios, where Pat and I went and we looked at, and I told Angel about it. I think we once we get the production already set, I think we should take a tour so that you can see all the scenes where everything's at that we practically need for the film.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right.
I mentioned that to her. So
That's awesome. So that website again is called
It's called shareyourstory.com. Last night I was up till midnight. It took me about 6 hours to complete, and all I need is my PSA video and to upload it, send it to them, and then once it's approved, then I can launch it in 10 days.
Wow.
So we have a campaign going. We're going to do all kinds of fundraising. A lot of people are coming forward and sharing their passion and their love for the film and willing to help.
Yeah.
That's great.
I
Willing to
love
help.
that. And then the auditions are going to be June 24th.
The first one, yes.
The
Talk
first
about
one?
that? Yeah.
Yes. June
Okay,
24th.
perfect. And they can go on your Facebook and get a description of the characters that you're looking for.
Correct, yes. And we've got so much response on TikTok. You know, some of the, hey, I want to go. Is it here? And I said, yes, it is in Pasadena. We had a gentleman from Arizona
Wow.
who might come just to audition for the Paco part.
I love that.
Yeah, he's going to do that. He goes, I'll pay all my expenses. And if I'm just there for a little while, that's going to be an experience for me. So I think he's coming from Arizona if he has the time.
How
So
wonderful
I-
does that feel that people are already connecting with your story just from that? Do you know what I mean? They haven't read the script. They don't know.
No.
Just from the poster, it's just so intriguing. It pulls you in,
Yes.
and it's hope. Like, how does that feel, Jessie? Like, people are reaching out to you like, hey.
Wow, it's just incredible. I mean, Pat and I talk about this, and you know, we're like, she tells me, man, finally, you know, you found the right person, you find the right production company, and now they're gonna help you with this in your dream, and the things that are, you know, evolving, you know, of the people that are coming across, and the people that I'm thinking about, and I go, they're friends of mine that I work with, and I reach out to, yeah, Jesse's, you know, I'm there, and Angel's has been an inspiration to me in doing this, because now I'm walking, you know, with going forward and moving forward with this project. And it's our dream project, and I have Angel
Now,
to thank
I
for
don't
this.
really see any trees here, but I want to volunteer to be a building if that's possible. I will stand still, which a lot of people know is really hard for me to do, but I will stand still. But no, I want to let you know that right now, Team Peach Productions is behind you 100% as well. Whatever you need us to, you know, whatever we can do,
Yes.
we will be there for you
Well,
to help
thank
make
you.
this more of a reality,
Yeah.
even more.
No, thank you, because it's been a long time, and like I said, when the pandemic hit, it's like, oh no, here we go again.
Yeah.
But I guess it was meant to be for it to stop, and coming across with with Angel and her telling me all this is like, it gave me just hope and inspiration.
You know what just gave me chills right now is because you're saying the pandemic stopped you. Okay, so put a hold on that dream. And when you were shooting Sam's Cry, the pandemic stopped you.
Yeah.
So isn't that wild how, like, that was supposed to be so that these moments could align?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The universe
Yes.
knows, you know,
Yes.
God knows. Like,
Yes.
because who's to say, like, if there was no pandemic, you know, your stuff wasn't shut down, yours wasn't put on hold.
Yes.
This was meant to be. You guys were
Yes.
meant to meet each
We
other.
were, and what I liked is that this budget that we have, it's doable. The other budgets for the film that they gave me would just seem like impossible to reach that goal.
Wow. Yeah.
Now, do you think that was maybe stemming from greed and not seeing the true purpose behind the story?
I believe so. And Pat and I noticed that when we went out to breakfast with this one company, this one, and this 3 of them that went with us. And we noticed that, so like we backed off and said, "No, this ain't the right.
It's not a right
No,
fit.
it's not. No, it's not." Because right away they wanted this and that. Well, we don't have that yet. We want this, that, and with Angel, it's like she's giving me this whole, the budget and how much it's gonna cost, and we're writing this down. And now you put it all together, and now it's just a matter of raising those funds that we need. And to be honest, she saved us $125,000.
That's awesome.
$125,000.
That is the true meaning of balling on a budget right there.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. We're going to
Yes,
be
it
balling
is.
right now on a budget. So the first step is writing a phenomenal script. What is going to be the first step after you've already planned the budget for you as the producer?
After we, that's been a final thing about the budget. We spoke about the stuff like that, about the budget. After the budget is basically the casting to make sure that we got all those in contract.
Yeah.
Once all that's done, then we go ahead and we produce so many days and give them how many days it's going to make for the film.
Okay.
And then we calculate the days and basically, we just come together on what day would be best, what season would be best when they have the funds for the movie, and then we can finish it within a matter of 10 days.
Wow.
10 days. 10 days.
10 days. Well, it took you 7 to write it, so you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So a lot of times, you know, and I explained to him about that. I explained what script is and, you know, how many pages we can do in a day and what it consists of and stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah. And a lot of times people don't elaborate on stuff like that. When you get on a casting crew or any producer, you know, sometimes they just want to milk people.
And you think it would be good for everyone to be on the same page, like literally. Like, let's all be on page 12 by day 3, because Angel said. Do you know what I mean? So you'd think they'd want to communicate more. But I think that's what's so wonderful about you is you're not only a producer, but you're also a teacher. You teach along the way. You know, that's what's wonderful about having someone like Angel Rae on the team, because you're going to learn so much.
Oh, I've already learned a lot from her, and her telling me all this and how it's going to evolve, how it's going to go, and you know, the steps, the process of what we're going to do and stuff, and that's wonderful, and that's what we were looking for. And here, you know, Angel tells me, this is it right here, and I had no doubt we you know, we're moving forward.
Yeah,
we're moving forward. And when Angel called me and left me a text that I'm in 100% on that text, I said, this is it right here. And it's been, a month, 2 months now that we've been working on this now. She set a date for June 24th, and you know, she's going to be sending out more casting calls. Yeah. And so we're going to get quite a
For
bit
a while
of
there, I thought I was going too fast for him. I was like, Angela 90. I was like, you know, am I going too fast for you?
But that says something that you feel so, you know, you're confident in this project and you're like, let's go.
Yeah.
Now for you, did you know just by seeing her on my show, on the interview, that she was the one you wanted to, you know?
Yeah, I was telling her that she's stuck in my mind, you know, and for the longest time. And here we are, we go through this circle, and then I end up with her after I said, you know what, talk to her and see what happens. And when I did, I reached out to her because I saw her on your show, and what a blessing, and what a great person she is, and educating me and telling me the process and how it's going to take, and so that motivated me to go forward. Now it's funny, we had this one girl on TikTok. She goes by OG girl or homegirl. She goes, I don't look the age, homies, but look at me. I'm the one in gray khakis with a bandana and a hat. So okay, well, come down. She's okay, I'll do that. And she, you know, she's like this, you know, she's posing. She says, I'm the one with the gray khakis and a belt and that striped shirt. And she goes, okay, come on down. Things like that I'm hearing now, because they're looking at this and they're seeing it's an independent film, and it's going to be filmed here, and it's not far. So for them to go to Pasadena in a studio, that's where we're going to have it that day for 2 hours. That's going to be exciting.
Oh, it's going to be very exciting.
And I know that people are going to come, and that's just the first half.
I
and
love
after
that.
the second casting would be whenever Angel says that we do it. Yeah.
And I love that people are reaching out to you just based off the poster. Like, it speaks to them. And so they're coming to you like, hey, do you have a part for me? You know, I don't care how far it is. I'll fly myself out there. It is beautiful. And I'm so excited. And I cannot wait to see it all, like, starting to come together. Because, you know, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there in that casting. I don't care. I'm gonna cast show up an audition for him. I'm going to have a tattoo cap on you. I'll watch. I swear to God. I know you can. I know you can. I'm going to be like, I'm here for Paco.
I'm here for Paco.
No, I'm here to be Paco.
But it's funny, all these guys that come in, you know, on Facebook too. Another guy, you know, his name is Enrique, and he goes, hey, homies, you know, I heard about your film, and I like it. Can I go and audition? Sure.
I love that. He was like, hey, homie, he kept it real.
What's up?
What up, G?
And that girl with the khakis, I'm the one with the khakis. She was like 4 of our homegirls, but she said, I'm the one with the great khakis. And I saw her, I said, sure, come on down. Come on down.
Come on, let's do this.
Yes.
And maybe if there's not a lead for you, we can have you in, you know, as backup or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about other people.
Whatever, however Angel wants to do it, you know, that's going to be her discretion and how she wants to do it.
Talking about acting, are you going to do a cameo in the movie?
I don't know. It's up to Angel. She wants me. I would love to.
He's going to show up coming as Paco too.
I would love to. I would love to just be Paco's cousin, as a, you know, in a party scene maybe, and just go up to say, hey, "What's up, homie?" Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
Because you have acting.
What's that?
You have acting in your resume, correct?
I do. I do. I have 7 years of theater acting, as I mentioned. I did The Passion of Christ for 7 years. A friend of mine, Yolanda, who did The Reward, called me while I was doing the play at the Frida Kahlo 10 Minute. I was doing actually the Sister Margaret. I was Paco. So I wrote it, I produced it, and I acted in my own play.
Wow.
Yeah, and people liked it. It's like, what's that nun doing there? And then Paco comes out, you know, all cholo and everything. Damn, what's up with that? And like, wow. And the play got really good reviews from the very beginning when we did it for 7 weeks. The whole 7 weeks, it was the top 3.
Wow,
Play
that's
because
great.
of Sister Margaret and because of Paco, the way they interacted. And the story has a message, as we know, and it's got a message of hope, love, and Margaret. You'll see Margaret. She's got her struggles, and you'll see her just shine and bloom as a nun, as a young nun.
Wow.
She's not afraid of this guy. Not afraid of this guy at all.
Yeah. Me neither.
Yeah.
Me neither. I'm coming for your. We're going to take a really quick break. And during this break, you will see the beautiful poster up close. You will also see the dates for the casting, for the auditions, and where you can go to try out. We'll see you guys in a second.
Tryna peel off the layers to my soul, cause that's where I feel it down deep. You know what I mean, it's real deep. And I only wanna share with y'all like a bird of a bed for y'all.
And we are back from the break. During the break, you guys got to see the poster up close and the dates and times and location for the auditions. Make sure you guys show up or I'm going to have to be every single character, and that's not going to be fun. So I was so excited to have you guys both here and talk about Sister Margaret that we didn't even get to introduce you guys to my viewers. So Jessie, let's start with you. Who are you? What are you all about? And what do you do on a day-to-day?
Sure. My name is Jessie Estevez. I was born in East LA, and I was raised by 2 beautiful parents. I have 2 sisters. I have a son who's 33 and 3 beautiful grandkids, two grandkids and 1 granddaughter. I am a full-time bilingual medical interpreter for Loma Linda, and I've been doing that for 8.5 years. And so what I do is I go into the doctor's office, and I help the Latino community, the parents that don't speak English, and I interpret for the doctors, and I interpret for our consumers.
Yeah.
So I go from hospital to hospital. Sometimes one visit could last 8 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, or it could last 6 hours, or it could last 3 hours. So I'm just constantly just going back and forth, just without stopping and interruptions, just basically interpreting for our doctors.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
What a rewarding job.
It is, and you know, it's you sit there and you listen to all these different cases. In the 8.5 years that I've been there, I've learned so much about the different types of doctors that are there, and also the different types of sicknesses that there are, and the cure and the elements of each case is different every day.
It sounds like you really like your job.
I really do. You know, it's good because you get to travel, and you get to meet all these different Latino families that you get to help for those 2-3 hours.
Yeah, that part right there.
And that's very rewarding. That is very rewarding.
So also tell me about this Cuvo Latin Talk Radio.
Absolutely. It's the Cuba Latino Talk is my podcast. And I do it once in a while now. I've been doing it now for 7 years on social media, on Facebook, and the audience has just grown. I have a weekly oldies R&B radio show called the Bump and Ride Music Jams.
Bump and Ride?
Bump and Ride.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, Bump and Ride Music Jams. And I play for 3 hours. And I'm on Wednesdays from 6 to 9 Pacific Standard Time. And my radio name is Handsome Latino.
Aye, watch out. Excuse us. No wonder it's so warm in here, Angel. We had no idea.
And that name was given to me by Vince. When I was working at LA Talk Radio, I had a show called The Cheese Man. And went into the first day, and he goes, "Hey, Jessie, you know, I think I have a name for you." I go, "What is it?" He goes, "A radio name." I go, "Okay." He goes, "You can use it if you want. If not, you can just find one for yourself." He goes, "Handsome Latino. What do you think?"
Handsome
Latino. So I go, okay. So I say, "Hey, I'm your Handsome Latino here on the Cheese Man Show."
I love it.
Who's your family are the ones that are Jessie? Handsome Latino, really? Okay, whatever. You know your sisters.
Yeah.
They criticize you and they say, "Really, Handsome Latino?" And it's been like that for 7 years. When I'm on the air, I'm the Handsome Latino playing your oldies and R&Bs. Off the air, I'm just an ordinary guy who loves life and is enjoying it right now at the age of 61.
I love that. You're 61?
I am 61.
God dang, handsome Latino right here. We need to put that in a bottle. Oh my God. And for those of you that don't know what chisme is, girl, it's the tea. So Jessie was on the radio spilling the tea.
Doing the tea, yeah. It was a show for an hour. We did that for a year and a half. And in 6 months, our show was the top show there at LA Talk Radio for the Chisme Show.
What happened? What made you stop doing that?
It was we just had a contract with them for that long, and with the ratings of our show were just off the hook. I had Jimmy Reyes on my show.
Oh, nice!
Wow.
Yeah,
he's
threw
such a
another
sweetie
cheese
pie.
Yeah, he threw the cheese and everything.
Ooh,
yeah.
You tell me later off camera.
No, he was sharing his story about when he got fired and how he got into radio.
Wow.
He's that great guy. Just an overall guy. Now he's at 104.7.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Yeah,
great
he
guy.
is. He's a super nice guy.
He's involved in the community a lot.
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
he's
love
out
that.
there a lot, for
Yes,
sure.
He is. Yes, he is.
Okay, that's great. Jeez, I can't get that out of my head now. Handsome Latino. I'm telling Pat. I'm telling Pat, you were out here. Oh my gosh. Okay, so where can people listen to you 3 hours doing the bump and ride?
The bump and ride is
Sounds like a car ride with me.
It's on TikTok under Cuvo_Productions.
Okay.
You can find me on Facebook under Jessie Estevez, or you can find me on Instagram under Cuvo Productions. And you'll see a lot of the posters. You'll see a lot of the events that are coming up with the interview. I mean, for the casting, and also the post that like where Pat and I go, and what we share with our audience.
That's beautiful.
So it's really nice because they know us, and for the longest time, for 7 years, they know that we have a radio show. Pat has a visit with Pat.
Yes.
You've been on this show.
Don't even bring that up. Lord Jesus.
Right?
Listen.
It's
She
addicting.
got me when I was recovering from surgery with all these shiny, fizzy things online. We're not going to talk about, let's just say that I broke the bank a couple of times, okay? My leg was propped in the air and I was just like, boop, 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 my card.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
I was maybe
That's right.
drinking a couple times on there.
I tell her she's the QVC Latina. here
Yes,
on
she
Facebook.
is.
Yes.
She is.
She is. She really is.
Yeah, it's so fun.
It's fun.
Pat does it, and then one of my other friends, Marcy, does it. And so when Pat's not on, I'm over there on Marcy's.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, these bitches are making a living off of my credit card right now. I'm like, ching, ching, ching.
And it's so funny because she has a following now of
Yes.
doing the fizzing. They drop the little, it's a chalk, and inside the box there's a ring, and you can reveal a
surprise,
diamond.
though.
You can reveal a diamond.
Yeah, and
So
she has revealed diamonds.
She has twice.
Wow.
Twice. I think it's worth like $1,500. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
And it's so fun, and it's cute because Jesse will get on there, and he will drop some fizzes in there, and all the girls are going wild in the comments. But now we know why. The handsome Latino is making an appearance. But no, it is
like
super
Pat
fun.
lets me on there once in a while. And I go, okay,
Yeah.
whatever.
And they're a cute team, but it's super fun to watch that.
It is fun.
Thank you, Jesse, for
you're welcome.
sharing so much about yourself. I love it.
Thank you so much.
Angel, can we share with everybody who you are? I know a lot of people know who you are, but who you are, babe, and what's going on with you right now?
Let's see. Right now, as I came from hair and makeup first, as I shared before, and trying to work on something actually with hair and makeup to do some apprentice classes. So that's my biggest desire. But I just finished a film called Sam's Crime, based on a true story. And the trailer just went out yesterday on Mother's Day, and I was very pleased with the trailer. As far as anything else, doing some other productions, musical production called What It Is. And that one we're working on all kinds of great things.
Very
with
exciting.
That. Yes, it is, and I can't wait for that one. And coming along with Jessie with this production, I thought this would be another great opportunity to be a part of entertainment. And as I share with a lot of people, is that I think us Latinos, Chicanos, we need to tell our stories, and I think we need to tell it.
Yeah. Who better?
Yes,
right?
than us.
Than us to tell our own stories.
And I think it's very good for our children, our children's children, that we step up and start telling our stories, and to tell it the way it is.
Yeah.
And so and that's pretty much what it is. I love being around entertainment. I love the atmosphere of entertainment. Always have since I was young, and been in entertainment for like 20 plus years. So
Wow.
I got a lot under my belt as far as even to just share. But I always feel like sharing the knowledge. I never really looked at it as holding back. I think that everybody should be able to, like iron sharpens iron. And we learn from each other, and we just become better with each other.
And why not? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Why
share the
not?
knowledge?
Yeah. And there's enough room for all of us.
Yeah.
There is enough room for all of us when it comes to entertainment. And when people do hold back, not sharing, I kind of like, you know, it kind of grieves me. It grieves my spirit to know that, you know, why be selfish about it?
Yeah.
You know?
There's enough room for everybody.
There is definitely enough room for everybody. So I'm looking forward to working with Jessie and the cast and crew, as we already talked about. And but that's where I'm at right now.
I love it. Speaking of cast and crew, how big of a cast and crew do you foresee for this kind of project?
Actually, because there's only so many leads, I believe it's going to be a small cast and crew.
Yeah.
And because Sam's Cries was large, very large, because it was a long story. So, but with this one, I really thought this is good. I really enjoy the fact that it's going to be a good cast. It's not going to be big, and that's the whole reason why we were able to kind of give him an idea how many days the film will be.
I love that. That's great. She's got a clear vision.
Oh, of course, yes.
A clear, like your dream is just clear in her mind.
Yes, it is. And since day one, I mean, we clicked. We enjoyed our conversations back and forth, our texting and everything, you know. And every time I talk to her, you know, I get kind of teary-eyed because finally, you know, there's somebody that is interested in the film and not so much of the money.
Yeah.
You know, and it's different. It's different with Angel because she brings to the table knowledge, experience, and what I like about Angel is that she's very sincere and very, very upfront of everything. This is what it is. This is how much it's gonna cost. It's gonna take 10 days. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
It's rare to meet someone that has the same amount of passion in your project as you do, and then talks the talk and then walks it too and makes it happen. I thought it was beautiful that you guys met here for the first time, which I didn't know. I was like, oh, that was just so, it was a very beautiful moment. You guys, you know, hugging and giving fist pumps and excited about it together.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
Because we've been talking on the phone for a month and a half now.
Texting
And everything about the film.
Wow.
And then I will just like kind of line it all up on a text, like, this is how much this is going to cost. This is going to cost. And this is
Oh, I love the text.
I gave them all the numbers and I go, and the total amount is cha-ching.
Yes.
And here we go. Have you gotten any voice messages from her yet?
I think one or two.
Oh, okay.
One or two.
Great.
Yes, yeah.
Those are great too.
For her too, and that's how we communicate.
Oh, okay. So he's sending you voice messages?
Sometimes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do that now. All right. Okay, I see how it is.
Yeah. Well,
No,
I mean, the
great.
communication is really good, and as I've always said, you know, communication is like 99%. It's the key.
It is key, and we've talked about this before. Even if you just heart it. You know, just acknowledge that you got it, because communication is what keeps everything moving along.
Yes,
I
exactly.
honestly believe that, and she's been in communication with me since day one.
Yes.
You know, texting, letting me know this and that, letting me know that, hey, I'm gonna, you know, once we get closer to the casting date, I'm gonna send out a blast email or something like that so people know. And you know, I let her do her thing, and I go, you know, whatever you say.
Yeah.
You know, it's cool with me. You know, it's just work together and make this happen. And it is.
That probably says a lot to you too, that he's trusting you with his baby.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like,
yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
How many, as of right now, how many do you think are going to show up to this audition?
I don't know, maybe.
I would say about 50 or more.
I think so.
Because you got different characters.
Yes. How many characters are you auditioning for that day?
I
on the
believe
24th?
Three.
Okay, cool.
See, we're same note. We both three. Yeah, three.
Oh, okay. So you're trying to finish each other's sentences. All right.
Tres.
Okay. Well, we're gonna hang out this week.
That's
so we
because the communication is like right. It's right. Because I mean,
the communication is there.
Yeah.
Right? But we're gonna go on a lunch date so we can get back on track, because I used to finish her sentences.
No, and I like what
Jessie.
she did. She said, we're going to do this first, the 1st 3 characters, and then after that, we'll do the second half. And I go, that's perfect.
Smart.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And I know when you were doing hair and makeup, we talked about this before. You were behind, the scenes, backstage, just taking note on everything that was going on. And that's how you became so knowledgeable, and you're able to be in a position to teach Jessie now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole idea is that there's times when I get together with someone, I'm always open to share and to bring the knowledge to them, and that they get a good experience, and then they can walk away with the
Yeah.
knowledge and continue.
And you have to be a good read of character to know that you're not going to be wasting your time. Do you know what I mean? In teaching somebody something.
Exactly.
Have you ever been in a situation where someone maybe wants you to take on their project and you're like, this is not a good fit, and I can't move forward with it?
Yes, I've had that happen.
Yeah. We'll
I
talk
have.
off camera how to deal with that, okay?
Yes.
'Cause-
Yes.
kidding.
No, really.
There's no one in my life. I'm just messing. My dog.
It
maybe.
happens in every area. Like
of
it's
life.
not just well, I mean, behind entertainment, whether it's a producer, whether it's a makeup artist, whether it's somebody that can't grasp the vision, it's like it's hard.
Yeah.
It's really
There's no
hard.
moving forward then if they're not on the same page and see the vision that you're trying to bring to life.
That's happened to me even on occasion for fashion design.
Wow.
If I can't get the fashion designer's vision and I do my own thing, then there's conflict.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I failed in those areas as well. So, I think my failures have taught me different and sharpened me.
That's the key. If you keep failing and you're not learning anything from it, then,
Yes.
you know, but if you fail and you learn something from it,
Exactly.
you just got better.
So, my experience with different types of production, different types of projects have taught me, wow.
Yeah. I love that.
I love that because she brings a lot of experience and going back to the people that I dealt with before, it's like they promise you all these things, and I didn't mention a name to her, just don't go there, don't go there.
Yeah.
And I did, and I just that person never called me back and never said nothing, and I said thank you to him,
Yeah.
this person, and after that we just like broke off the communications and all that, and then that's when. That's all this covered when I met her.
Well, I guarantee you he's going to be kicking himself in the butt later.
Yeah, so it was
Yeah.
just a wonderful experience so far in this month and a half. In the months to come, where June is just around the corner.
It is.
And then we're just going to be inside the studio and being behind the scenes and watching
Yeah.
this story evolve with these characters.
I cannot wait.
I told him, you're not going to regret it. Afterwards, you're going to want to do another one.
Yes.
Well, there's another one on the horizon. as a matter of
Really?
fact.
You
Yeah.
have another
It's
idea
called,
for a script?
Yeah, I do. And I already wrote it during the pandemic. It's called the 10 Vows of Love.
The 10 Vows of Love?
10 Vows of Love.
I love that.
10 Vows of Love.
That's holds really, like, there's a lot of stuff you could say right there about it. It says so much. 10 Vows of Love.
10 Vows of Love, and it's a cute story. It's about husband and wife, and they go through all these struggles. And the husband gets caught with something that he wasn't supposed to, and the wife found out, and they're gonna get a divorce. And then all of a sudden, his dad comes and says, "Don't do that. Don't go through don't sign any papers. I want to give you a book first, and then try that and see what happens." So he gives him this book, and in there's just 10 vows, and he does the 10 vows for not only those 10, but he does it for months and months to get her back. But the story's a cute story of never taking your ring off, your marriage ring off, and being honest and sincere. And so I named it the 10 Vows of Love.
That's
He's a fireman and
beautiful.
she's a administrator, like you, at a hospital.
Okay.
So he's a handsome, fireman, and she's a very pretty, attractive hospital administrator. So
Wow.
there's a story, there's characters, and all stuff. I told Pat about it. He goes, "What do you think?" So I love it. So I don't know. Pat and I might just be doing the characters.
I
ourselves.
never knew. The
Yeah.
handsome Latino is a writer, too.
Yeah, that just came about after I wrote Sister Margaret.
Yeah.
And it's short and it's cute. It's a cute story. It's got about 5 characters.
Nice.
And I named it the 10 Vows of Love.
Dang it, I wish I would have came out like 4 years ago. And maybe I'd still be married right now. I don't know. Thank
what
you
it's
guys so much for being here with me and sharing so much about yourselves. The past, present, and future. I truly appreciate you guys sitting here and talking to me. Is there anything you want to tell your audience before we go, Jessie?
Yeah, just be ready for Sister Margaret. Be ready for a well-made film, because the cast and the people that are going to be in here are going to be very professional, and we have Angel here who's just going to be zooming in on the people that we want and make the final decision.
Yeah.
When we do make the campaign for the film, I hope that our gente, our community, will come out and see this, and also they can also be investors in the film as helping us with the film. So anybody that invests will be part investors, and they'll be coming out. They'll be invited to the premiere of the film once it's done. But we do have to meet that quota in order to make this film. So I know I have faith in our community, and I have faith in our people that they will come true and they will help us with this funding.
Absolutely. And we will be on top of that and share with our audience when the fundraising is and every step of the process of making Sister Margaret.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Angel, is there anything you want to say to your fans before we go? I just want to share with you guys, stay tuned. At the end of this episode, you will see what Miss Angel Rae has already done with a very inspiring true story called Sam's Cry. So you will see what she's going to take Sister Margaret to, and how well she's going to just deliver that for you guys like she did with Sam's Cry. So is there anything you want to say to your fans before we go?
I want to thank everybody for being supportive in the last 2 years behind Sam's Cry. I think a lot of people were very, very supportive, and sometimes in my times where I was just kind of, down and out. But overall, persistence, endurance, and thank you all for all the love and support on Sam's Cry. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you guys again for being here with me. I feel blessed that I was here to witness this, connection live, even though it's been going on for months behind my back. I'm just kidding. But I'm just I feel honored to be here in this moment, and I can't wait to see the magic you guys make together on this project. This has been the Crown Peach Show. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, leave us a comment, and if you email me, kiss it. Keep it simple, sexy.
Sam, my boy.
Dad?
Get up. Look at you, man. Give your dad a hug. How you doing?
Good.
I'm suggesting that the court ordered a 30-day psychiatric evaluation at Patrick State Hospital. Is this understood?
Your Honor, I didn't even do anything.
Bro, what the fuck you doing?
Hi, this is Administrator Romero with the Youth California Authority.
I'm telling you, they're drugging those kids and abusing them in the worst way.
I don't need no meds. I don't want no meds. I have the right to say no. So no, I'm not. Hey, you can't breathe, man.
Do you realize how many witnesses there were? There was literally patients watching the whole thing go down.
I'm not going down for this. I need to know you're with me, man.
No, man. No.
Hey, Mike. Remember what I said, man. We all go down together.
Sam didn't deserve this. What happened to him happens all the time, and we never get no coverage, And he didn't deserve to be treated like that. He was mentally ill. It's an illness. It's not a crime.
That's how we do. Return to the noise is how we do. How we do. You know it's how we do. It goes, kick off your shoes, relax your feet. Keep your iceberg, step chair, bring the heat. Classes in session, everybody take a seat.